Alright, YouTube, it is the Bat Nerd, and welcome to a Bat Nerd Reviews, the first one in a while. So, I hope everyone's doing safe and they're staying safe out there. With how everything is at the moment with the coronavirus, and also the movie I'm reviewing today, it has a lead black actor in this, and look, I'm aware of what's been happening in the world other than COVID-19. I'm telling you now that Black Lives Matter. What happened that started all this, I think, was absolutely appalling. And, in this day and age, everyone's life matters, no matter what the color of your skin is, or sexual orientation, or disability, or race, whatever. Everyone should be equal and the same, and, it upsets me today to know that not everyone gets that, we need to open our hearts and our eyes to this, to the world, because, as I say, not just Black Lives Matter, but every life matters. Every good life matters. Black lives do matter too. And it's, like I say, terrible that these hate crimes still happen. It's not just offensive, it's an offense. So, yes, that's all I wanted to say. So, on with the review. So, today I am reviewing The Meteor Man. Yes, this is written, directed, produced by, and starring Robert Townsend. It's also starring Marla Gibbs, Eddie Griffin, Robert Gilliam, James Earl Jones, Bill Cosby, Another Bad Creation, Luther Vandross, Sinbad, Naughty by Nature, Cypress Hill, and Big Daddy Kane. Okay, so yes, I am aware that Bill Cosby is in this movie, and I don't condone anything that he has been accused of or charged with. And this movie doesn't particularly star him. He's in the movie, but basically he doesn't have any lines. So he doesn't really say anything in this. And he doesn't have a lot of screen time. This is a movie that focuses on the character of Jefferson Reed, aka the Meteor Man. So, yeah, Jefferson Reed is a substitute teacher down in his luck. His community in Washington, D.C. has been overrun by a drug gang called the Golden Lords. Is it the Gold Lords? And they work for a crime boss called Mr. What's his name? Mr. something. No, come on, where is this guy's name? Mr. Byers, that's it, Mr. Byers, played by Frank Gorshin. And basically, when a meteor from outer space hits Jefferson, he absorbs the meteor and gains these super abilities, where he can tell everything from a book for 30 seconds, he can fly, he's unbeatable, and uses these powers to turn the community around, save the day, but then his powers begin to wear off. There's a whole gang war going on, and then he gets his powers back in the finale against the leader of the Gold Lords, and he then, of course, Mr. Byers comes in, wanting trouble, but then the whole neighborhood and community stand up together and, go, this is our turf, keep off it. And, yeah, so that's enough on the plot. Let's get to my likes and dislikes. I like this movie. It was funny. It was, heartwarming. It was actiony. It was like down to earth, no pun intended. But then there was some comedy in there. I thought that Robert Townsend did a great job leading this movie. And he wrote, directed, and produced this movie too. So I thought, that's incredible that he's done this whole movie and he's starting it like Sylvester Stallone did Rocky. This also had a huge black cast of other characters, some other actors like James Earl Jones, Darth Vader's voice. He was a laid-back, fun guy. It was just, this had good action and a good score. There was a little score in it where I noticed, did I hear something from the Star Wars soundtrack? But, yeah, I thought this was a nicely done movie for its time, 1993. I also like the effects for this. The visuals were as well great for its time, especially with the meteor. It's like stop motion sort of animation, but it works, even though this movie's over 27 years old now. Yeah, I liked that there was a bad guy. Of course we need a villain for the superhero to fight. I also thought this was quite campy and cheese too, which I liked. I did like. It was fun. And yeah, we got a lot of, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, like, kids getting recruited off the streets by the Gold Lords. The Gold Lords are a group of villains, like drug dealers that have blonde hair, and they're bad news. But of course that all gets put to stop by the Meteor Man. My dislikes, well, I guess, finding out, because I went into this movie blind, finding out Bill Cosby was in this, was a little bit of a, well, just knowing everything he's done, but let's not get into that. Yeah, it was nicely paced. I don't have really much to dislike about this movie. This film is about, just over an hour and a half long, just under 2 hours, 100 minutes. And yeah, we get a lot going on in that time. I can tell you I very much enjoy it. And this definitely has the early 90s vibe. I like these movies from the early 90s, 1993 and what have you. I think they're good time capsules, for when they're made. And yeah, I love it. I like that this was also set in an urban neighborhood in Washington, D.C., not New York. Because a lot of superhero movies take place like in New York or a well-known city or even Philadelphia. So I like that this actually happened in the capital city for once. Something set in Washington. I mean, we have things in Washington, D.C., of course. Superhero stuff. So yeah, this is also family friendly. It's for kids. Well, I'd say a certain amount of kids that can understand action, humor, and stuff. And yeah, it's a fun movie. There's comedy in there, some funniness, and some good jokes in there. Some that could go over kids' heads, which I think's for the best. So yeah, my ratings now. So, The Meteor Man, I'm gonna give this, it was surprisingly good. I'm gonna give it 3.5 batarangs out of 5. 3.5 batarangs out of 5 for The Meteor Man. So, have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you're new here. And you want to see more from me. I've been the Bat Nerd. This has been a Bat Nerd Reviews. I have a Twitter and Instagram, so feel free to follow me on those to see what I do outside of the YouTube world. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. So until next time, Bat Nerd out.